Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander. I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, I am my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Hi.
Okay, and I have my other co-host here, Barbara. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Okay.
Hi.
Now, today what we're going to be doing is a chakra day. And Barbara, being you know this person better than anybody, why don't you introduce her and tell us a little bit more about who this person is?
Okay, today we have Victoria Lamas. And I've known Victoria since she was a baby. So I'm so excited to have her on. I've watched Victoria grow up, and she has become such a well-rounded young woman with the greatest heart, such a sweet heart. But one thing that stands out the most is that I notice her passion. She's such a passionate young lady. She's passionate about life, passionate about art. She's an artist. She went to school for that. She excelled in that greatly. But now she is so passionate about acting, and she studies her craft. She's serious about it. And I've seen her. She is very good. She just landed another part. And so we decided to offer her a chakra cleanse because she works so hard, and she deserves it. We need to cleanse her. We need to open her up for whatever comes her way. She's in Los Angeles. It can be a little bit of a rat race. So here we are today, and I hope you enjoy this, Victoria. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Barbara. You're so sweet.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming. Now, it says here that you work for something called History of Fear. What is that about?
Oh, I actually have no idea what that is, and I think it's someone else named Victoria Lamas in the world.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
We thought maybe it was something that you were studying when you were studying art, but I guess not. It's fine, but she is going to very, very intense acting classes all the time for a long time, and she's doing that basically, right, Victoria? That's what you're doing. You're focusing everything on your acting career right now.
Yes. I'm very much. I think it's important to have a foundation, like anything in life, especially in something so creative, and so up in the air. You know, you never know. There is no degree, no diploma that tells you that you are going to make it. You know, so I think laying out the foundation and being as strong as an artist as you possibly can to then put yourself out there is key. So that's really my main focus right now. Pretty much.
A lot of people just kind of go out there and think, oh, I'm just going to try to do it without putting the effort into, like, studying the craft. And it's just like anything else, like your art. You studied that, and you saw how you got better with that as you studied. So why wouldn't it be the same with acting? And the same with your spiritual growth. You've got to work on that, just like anything else. So, and that's what our forte is. So, Kelly, are you ready to start?
Yeah, are you ready to start, Kelly?
Yeah,
okay,
thank you.
All right.
Is everybody
We'll just give Kelly the mic, and she can start doing her chakra cleanse. Okay, Kelly?
Okay, thank you. The very first thing that I want to do is ask your permission to work on your chakras and I kind of do like an intuitive reading as I go. Is that going to be okay, Victoria?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, great. Thank you. What I like to do just to get energy stimulated is I always say a prayer before every show and before every chakra cleanse, just to make sure, God's with us and protecting us and guiding us. And what I do to begin is I get like in a meditative state of mind, And then I do this really cool thing that if people are spiritually attuned or able to pick up on energies, they might feel something right away if they try this. And it's not going to affect how it works with you, doing your chakra cleanse, if you do this with me or not. It's just something that I do. But if you might want to try it just to see if you pick it up, I rub my hands vigorously until I feel them getting warm. And then I bring them shoulder width apart, and they feel kind of tingly. And I bring them closer and closer and closer until I'm about 5 inches away from each other. And then I'm kind of cupping them lightly, and I feel resistance. And that's creating an energy ball.
Oh, okay.
And some people, like I said, they'll feel it right away. And some people it takes a few tries, or it takes them becoming more spiritually aware. So, there's no judgment with that. The first thing is I concentrate on your picture, and they say the eyes are the window to the soul, and I believe it. And I can already tell you have a very sensitive and beautiful soul.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The first chakra is the root chakra, and that's basically on the part that if you were sitting, that you would be sitting on. And the main issue is survival, physical needs, tribal association. So it's kind of like our more basic type things. And it has to do with our adrenals and fight or flight response, and our bones and our skeletal structure. So oftentimes it can be like the L5 through the S5, lumbar and coccygeal plexus, and the adrenals are in this area. And this is what helps us feel grounded and part of the earth and everything that is of the earth and life. Like a lot of times to heal this one, you can wear like a red bracelet on your right hand, and red is associated with this chakra. And it's also our most primal and important energy center, our instinct for survival and safety. So with all that in mind, and I'm sure you're not taking notes, but you can listen to this later, I'm going to go ahead and start, which means I have a gemstone, I think it's aventurine, on a string. And, honestly, people that do this kind of energy work can use a paper clip and a piece of dental floss because it'll work the same way. And I'm cleansing any residual energies off of there and sending them into the ground by running my fingers along, and just, it looks like I'm trying to splash water on the floor. And when I concentrate on your root chakra, one of three things will happen with this stone. It will either go in a circle, which tells me that it's healthy, it's open, there's no blocks, there's no negative energy, or it will go side to side or up and down, and that'll tell me that there's a block or there's some negative energy. And sometimes people end up with the emotions that are tied in to this particular area. Sometimes we'll have traumas or different things get lodged in there. And so we'll see what we find. Let's see. It's going in a circle that's building bigger and bigger. It's not going full tilt, which is like if it was going like horizontal and going so fast I could hardly, hang on to it. So it does have room for improvement, but it's still healthy. And if you can imagine, these are like building blocks, and one can affect the other. So with this being like the foundation, it kind of works its way up. So let's see what I find when I get in here. I'm rubbing my hands together, and I find if I close my eyes and I kind of breathe in through pursed lips and just really focus on the area, I can pull emotions and, visuals from that. Like sometimes I'll have visions of something that may have happened, or just like a really, specific type feeling. And so I'll see what I do, what we find.
Okay.
Wow, yours is like the best one that I have encountered in a long time. Like,
what do you
before adjusting it? I mean,
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is like really beautiful. I mean, let me try this. I feel like sometimes you can be a little shy. Is that right?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up on. Like, it's not really full, anxiety. It's just kind of I'm feeling like you tend to be one of those people that really treasures your alone time because you do a lot of self-development in it. Does that sound right?
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, okay, good. So I wasn't picking up on anything bad. It was just, sometimes I feel like sometimes you might hesitate on an opportunity, just slightly, till you can check out the details and check it out better and make sure that it's safe for you, which is a perfectly good strategy because it's a lot better than some people that are reckless and jump into something and realize, whoops. So the way you're going about it is really smart. When you encounter things, you're welcome. I can tell that you ponder, you think about it, even if it's a challenge, and you find your way through it really well and with dignity. You don't retaliate. You don't act on impulse. You're the kind of person that is like, sort of like the slow and steady wins the race instead of, just trying to sprint past everybody to get there and not really have a solid ground.
Yeah, that's spot on.
Okay, good. All right. So let me see. I'm going to put some positive energy in there, not like you really need it, but just to help boost it. Wow, it's making me burp, so there's something off on my butt. Yeah, sometimes when I forgot to mention, I tend to take on other people's stuff and when I'm doing this, but I also know how to shield myself and let it pass through and out and away and let it go, which is not something everybody knows how to do, and it's not something I really knew how to do at first. But it's interesting because sometimes when I'm working on someone's chakra, they feel it. Like it might feel like butterflies or gas or a tingle or a shift. And, for me, if they're having a stomachache, I'll feel that stomachache. Or if they have a backache, then I'll feel that and I'll be able to go in and figure out why. So, yeah, it's interesting. So let's check. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah. This is doing like a diagonal upward, like it would be horizontal if it would stay horizontal, but it's definitely like flying around so fast it's hard to hang on to.
Wow.
Those like a helicopter blade going around. So we definitely fixed it, and I've only noticed that going around like that with like two people. And when it's on an angle like that, that's like really good. And that was the one that we did the other day with Wendy, and that is with yours.
What does it mean?
That means that it is super strong. It is really activated. That
one that we're talking about?
Yeah, the root chakra, the one with your most primal basic instincts and survival and being grounded and part of the earth and living things. You have it working in the proper way. Like, there's no, like, room for improvement unless it was to fly off my hand, and I haven't had that happen yet.
Wow.
Yeah, like, before when I checked it, it had room for improvement. So, you know, when I put that extra in there, because there wasn't anything bad to pull out. So I just put a little extra in there, and it's like, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So, yeah, that impressed me. I've done, like,
Me too.
hundreds of these. So,
Well,
wow.
I've been told most of my life that I'm a very strong person, and I agree with that. I feel like sometimes it can get in my way because I need to learn how to ask for help. But in terms of resiliency and knowing what I want for me, you know, I've always had a very strong sense of self, if that makes sense.
It does. It makes perfect sense. And I feel like you're the kind of person that speaks your truth, that you're not going to say something just to make someone feel better or to get your own way. You're going to you're going to say it in a way that is not offensive, that's assertive, and everybody can get on board with when you have a need, when you have something that you want. But it's not always easy for you to do that. But, you know, but I have a feeling that it's not too difficult either, because a lot of people like you.
Thank you.
So that helps.
I know. I'm a very straightforward person, but I think that that is the only thing that you have. You have your truth, and that's the only thing that you could really hold on to. So as long as you make a conscious effort not to hurt anyone's feelings or discriminate. I mean, if you're not harming anybody, I think that is it's healthy, you know.
Absolutely. You know, there must be a way that you and your sister were raised. I mean, you must have the most wonderful parents, because you two are both very sweet and very conscientious of other people and very spiritual.
Oh, thank you. I feel like Alex and I, we saw a lot of things that I think kids don't see. We kind of had to grow up fast because of it. And I think that because of the things that we witnessed, a lot of it had to do with like familial instability. It made us very aware of psychologically how important treating people is. And Alex and I have that in common. You know, I think that we observed from a very young age this kind of like awareness of you directly, the way that you treat people, it affects everybody, you know. So I think that's why we're like this. I think we just kind of grew up, kind of everything was a rocky boat, if that makes sense. It was kind of, you never knew where you kind of stood in terms of, you know, like for a long time living with my mom was hard. She was always moving, different apartments, different places, different, you know, relationships. And for me and Alex and Izzy as well, I feel like it really showed us how important being conscious is and how important having a home is and how important treating people and more importantly treating yourself, you know, like it just made us grow up fast. So that was a long-winded answer, but I think that's why we're like that.
And that's beautiful how you have how you've all been able to turn that into a positive and not everybody is able to do that. Some people get really stuck in the past and they get stuck in the patterns and they take it on themselves because that's all they know. But I think it's your awareness, of what's going on around you and in yourself that keeps you from falling into any kind of patterns and, helps you overcome and be stronger for it and know what you want and who you are. And a lot of people, they can be 50 years old and not know those things. And it's really a gift for you to be able to have that at your age. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of people aren't aware. They don't see, things from the outside looking in, the big picture. They just see the little part that they're doing, and they go about their routine every day, and they don't really think about it. So it's beautiful that you're blossoming and opening and very conscious and aware.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that also helps draw people to you. And, you got to be careful that you're not drawing in, like, energy suckers. But, as you raise your vibrational frequency, those people will be scared off because they're going to, see you emerging on a level that they can't comprehend what's going on, with that. So,
well, a couple energy suckers in my life, and thankfully I can kind of feel it. I feel like I'm an intuitive person, and I pick up on things very quickly. Like nothing really passes by me. Just the way someone speaks or the way their intentions, I could feel them. And so I've had a couple energy suckers in my life, but thankfully I was aware of it, and things kind of drifted away. Like I didn't force anybody in my life who wasn't meant to be there. So yeah, I can agree with that.
That's great. Yeah. The second one is the sacral, and that has to do with emotional balance, sexuality, procreation, sexual functions, elimination, water regulation. That's your T9 through L4, your lumbar plexus, your sex organs, and your adrenals. And it has to do with your emotional body, sensuality, and creativity. So let's see where that is. Okay, this is doing a nice, big, healthy circle. It's horizontal, but it's not going as fast as the other one. So I want to kind of like go in there and see what's going on because it has a little bit of room for improvement. I mean, it's stronger than the one before when we started, so that's a good sign. Let's see. Oh, your creativity is beautiful. You inspire a lot of people with it.
With what?
With your creativity. With your expression. You're welcome. And wow, yeah, the way that you draw people in and your inner beauty, like your beautiful soul shines through and comes out.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm being serious. I'm not like, I'm not one of these people that will blow sunshine up somebody's wazoo. I'm speaking truth. So, but you have a lot of people that you're going to touch, right in their heart and inspire people. And you're going to be, in your career, you're going to keep climbing up. But I can tell it's not like a self-serving type thing. It's not like, I want to be rich and famous. It's that you really are dedicated to your art. And that is the most beautiful, pure intention. And that's what's going to have you go further than a lot of other people.
Thank you. I'm like crying right now. Thank you.
Oh, my God. Oh, you're so welcome. But Yeah, this is great. I mean, you're going to have so many people identify with the roles that you're playing because you're going to be doing them so well. They're going to be like, oh my God, that's me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, yeah, I'm being serious. I mean, it's a lot of work to get there.
You hit it spot on. Like, I think what really triggered me just right then is when you said, you don't do it for the fame or the money or anything like that. You do it because, like, you have a passion for it and you want to make people feel less alone, like that's exactly why I do it. Because I grew up feeling like a black sheep, like I never had like a clan. I never had like a group of people that I felt I identified with. And then when I started acting and I started expressing myself in this way, I realized these people think like me. Like when I look up to actresses like Jennifer Lawrence or individuals that have such a strong sense of humanity, and most of them had a very troubled upbringing, and that's why they became actors, So I definitely with that, and also painting. Painting was my first love, and big thing for me as well, because it's something that it releases all of my anxiety, It's very
I can identify with that. I can identify with feeling like you don't fit in and that nobody understands. I mean, that's how I grew up, feeling like, nobody could possibly understand what I'm going through. I'll put on a brave face and nobody will know. Yeah. And then I felt like I was different from everyone. And then, the creative self-expression came out in art and music and, different things. But yet it drew attention to me that somebody noticed it. I got kind of embarrassed and shy. But, and then there were times where it was really painful to try to express it, after something. So I put it on hold for a while until I could get back into it, because it really does come from somewhere deep down inside. And, and it's so beautiful that you can transform this and be able to live with an open heart and, an open mind, and just be able to have that propel you to doing things for the right reasons and, for being a good person. Because, I love when people can turn something that wasn't very favorable into a gift. And that's exactly what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And people take notice when they feel it, when they can connect. And you're the kind of person that draws people that can connect and feel that emotion. And that is not something that's very common.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. You're welcome. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm just, wow, I'm feeling so much love and creativity, and just, how you've taken that and driven yourself to be able to help others in that way. I mean, that is like the most beautiful God-given gift.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So now we're on the solar plexus, and that one has to do with personal power, self-will, digestion, assimilation, muscles. It is the T5 through T9, solar plexus, pancreas. And it also has to do with personal power, self-esteem, warrior energy, and the power of transformation. So this is going to be fun. Let's see what we got with this one. Okay, this one doesn't need any help. It's doing that diagonal, like I can barely hang on to it thing. So, yeah, you got this one. Yep. Yeah, I used to be teaching classes on how to, like, turn things around, for people because they get stuck. So, I mean, wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is great.
Wow.
And that one is associated with the color yellow, and the one before it was orange, and that very first one was red. And I personally sometimes have an issue with the grounding, so that's why I will not take this red bracelet off.
Okay.
Yeah, I wear it on the right because that's what Karen Page and Vanessa Orr said to do, and it does work. And I use black tourmaline also in a bracelet next to it because that helps to protect from negative energies. So it's kind of like a twofold, and plus, I always ask God for protection through Jesus, so that helps too. Probably the most. So the fourth one is the heart chakra. That is giving and receiving love. That is electromagnetic field generator, blood pressure, and your immune system. And it's located in the T1 through 5, cardiac plexus, the heart, and thymus are involved. And that's green. And it's opening of feelings, compassion, capacity to love, and it doesn't like conflict. So, and incidentally, my stone is green. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Okay, it's kind of doing it was doing kind of like a wobbly, circly thing, but now it's straightened itself out. It's going really well, and it's kind of angled, but it could still go faster. So I want to see what I can find in there.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. This is so beautiful. Oh, my gosh. You have a beautiful heart. Wow.
What exactly are you doing?
It's
what
like
exactly?
Pure joy and pure love, like unconditional. And there's a little bit of heaviness and sadness in there. And I think that was why, it wasn't quite going around like some of the others have. And I'm going to see if I can help remove that part.
Okay.
Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah, it's heavy. I mean, but it's you have so many positive things going on that I really have to dig down to feel the heaviness because those others are just so great and beautiful. I feel like you might have been grieving, or either grieving a loss or anticipating one.
Yeah. It's it's my grandma's my best friend, and she's been sick for a long time. But
I'm so sorry.
This past year has been really hard. She's been fighting cancer for almost 30 years now, and she's never had to do chemo. She's fully just has survived on lifestyle changes and, what she feeds her body, what she feeds her soul. She's just very a natural healer. She really believes in spirituality as a healer, and so chemotherapy for her was never an option. Up until this year when her doctor said that is the only thing they can do at this point. So she's been doing chemo. She's lost her hair, and her hair for her has always been an asset. She's had the longest, most beautiful, thick hair, and now it's gone, and she feels like she's slowly decaying, and I can feel that because her and I are very much connected, and so that's why that you're feeling that right there, that heaviness.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry, and I totally understand. I lost my mom, and if cancer it's one of those things that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy if I had one.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
It's so, she's so strong though, and I think she gave me that, she gave me that strength, and that she doesn't put up with anything that she doesn't want to, and yeah, that kind of resiliency I definitely get from her. So she's just always been an angel for me in my life, and pretty much
she
raised
always
me like.
Will be.
Yeah.
She always will be. She will always be right there. You can, like Karen Page has told me, you can be in the middle of washing a dish and just say something, and she'll know.
Yeah.
So don't ever think she's leaving you, because she's just leaving her body eventually. And she's not ready to give up that fight.
No, she's not. She's not.
But she will always guide you. And you're the kind of open person that will know, that will be able to hear her. But you can't hear through grief. When you are grieving, it's hard to pick up on those things that they're trying to show us. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of difficult that way, because you really can't stuff it down, because it'll come back out a different way. And that's why it's so important to have your chakras healed, is so that you're able to go through things like this and be the strongest that you can possibly be, and the most resilient, and not have, things hanging heavy on you that don't need to be there. And this right now, it's a natural thing that's going to be there, but it will get better. And I know it doesn't feel like that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I totally feel it, and I totally understand everything that you're going through. And I want you to know that anytime that you'd like to reach out, you can contact me.
Okay.
Because I would love to be there for you. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine my life without her being like a phone call away, So.
I totally understand. I used to call my mom about everything, and I used to ask, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? How do you feel about this? Should I do this? And it was hard. And now I can get confirmation, and I know it's from her, but it's really taken a long journey of healing and a long journey of spiritual development to be able to see it. But that's also something that when we have Vanessa Orr on, she is really good about picking up on things from, people that are here and people that have crossed, and animals and lifetimes and all those things. She's really good at it. Karen Page is too, and we have her on the show as well. And then we get mediums, but that's kind of getting ahead of ourselves, because your grandma is planting her feet on the ground and is, I can feel her type of energy coming. If I am not leaving, I am firmly planted here, This is not going to take me.
Yeah.
And she's very stubborn and willing to do whatever it takes. But she's very stubborn, saying, I am staying put. This is not taking me. So, yeah. And God bless her. I mean, I can feel she has a beautiful soul, and it comes through in you and your sisters, and it's just like this wonderful thing that got passed down. And, for sure. Wow. What a gift to have her in your life.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done without her. She was just that stability that I feel like I never got anywhere else, you know. I mean, with my dad, I got it. But there was a sense of something that my grandma saw in me that made me feel special, you know. Like she made me feel powerful, and she made me feel like I could do whatever I want to do. And she saw that, and I feel like I've always been a very intuitive kind of, like, my life path number is 11, you know, like I've always been very aware of things around me, and sometimes all of that energy I pick up on, it makes me moody because it's so overwhelming. And growing up, I was super moody. Like, growing up, I was super moody, like, you know, and I wasn't allowed to express myself because I kind of felt like with all of my familial problems happening, I just didn't want to be a burden, and so I kind of shut down. But when I was with my grandma, she made me feel like I could be loud, and I could be playful, and I could be a child, you know, and that's what I got from her. It was a gift, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I can relate, you know, I can relate. And it is so, like, amazing how much I can relate. You know, it was, you know, I have to be strong. I can't show weakness. I can't cry in front of anybody. I can't, you know, and it took me a long time to be able to do that and to be okay with it and realize it's normal. It's a human thing. You know, we all do this, and it's okay. And, you know, because I didn't want to show a chink in my armor, you know, that I'm strong for myself and everybody else. And it's like, you know, we are only human, and that's fine. You know, it's okay. You know, shutting down because we had to get through things, that's fine too. You know, people look at it in different ways, but they're not the ones going through it. So I totally understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to do what we had to do. And now we can be in a more peaceful environment and do what we choose to do and be who we're meant to be. It's a really great place. And so I'm going to try to put some really loving energy in there, because I know I can try to get that out of there, but you're in the middle of it. So it's not, you know, something that I can take it, you know, some of it out right now, but you know, it's ongoing for a while. And, you know, are you feeling any changes while we're doing any of these?
Yeah, I do. I feel, how do I explain it? I feel lighter, I guess is the word.
Oh,
lighter.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad. That's a really good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me check that heart one and see where we're at. Oh, this is doing so much better. It's hard to hang on to it, and it's doing, like, it is totally going, this is like the strangest thing ever. It's like, if you can imagine, like, those World War II bomber planes and how their propellers would go around super fast, but they are more like vertical. I'm hanging on to this like it should be going horizontally, but it's going like vertically in a circle.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen that before. So
Wow.
that's telling me that you are definitely going to get through this. And your beautiful heart and your beautiful soul are going to be even better. And you're going to make it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The next one is, the heart is the green color. The next one is the throat chakra, and that has to do with communication, metabolism, and calcium regulation. And it's the C3 through 7, pharyngeal plexus, thyroid, and parathyroid plexus. It's blue. It is the ability to manifest and express your truth in the world. And we've already talked about that, so I'm anticipating it's going to be okay. Let me check and make sure. Oh, yep. It's doing what? Oh my God! It's doing that thing like where I can barely hang on to it, and it's like looks like an airplane propeller because it's like up and down circle. I'm like, yeah, wow, okay. Yep, you don't have any problem expressing yourself now. Wow. That was amazing. And it just, like, made me feel like I just want to shout from mountaintop. I mean, it's like, wow, woo, that was a good one. I wasn't expecting it like that. Okay, the next one is your third eye. It's kind of located between your eyebrows and up a little bit. And it's your intuition, wisdom, creative intelligence, your hormonal and physiological regulation. It's your C1 through 2, carotid plexus, pineal gland, and pituitary gland. And it is your intuition and patterns of learning and memory skill set. So let's see what we've got. Oh my gosh, no way. Yeah, this is like doing the same thing that the other two did, where it's like up and down going in a circle. Like,
wow.
If you ever, like, never, ever, ever second guess yourself with your intuition, those gut feelings and something feels off or something feels right, you are spot on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've always been that way. I have like this weird, I do think that I must get it from my grandmother, my dad's mom, because she's a little clairvoyant. And I must get it from her because, for as long as I can remember, I've had intuitions about people, about things, about situations, and they would happen. Like, it just, I could feel it, like if a friend liked a boy or was in a situation, I'd tell them exactly what was happening, what they needed to do, and it would happen. Like, I have a very strong sense of intentions. I feel like that's purely what it is. I can feel people's intentions, and then I can make my best guess realistically of, like, what will happen, A, B, and C, kind of that situation.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Is she the same grandma that's going through this right now?
No, it's a different one. So my grandma that's sick is my mom's mom, and the grandma that is clairvoyant is my dad's mom. And she was an actress as well, along with my dad's father. So, yeah, she's clairvoyant for sure.
Wow, that's a special combination to be able to have the strength and will from one side and have, the clairvoyance and the acting gene, everything is like coming together for you. It's really amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. we have one more to go, and that one is the Crown Chakra, and that one is kind of like more of a redder purple, and it has to do with spirituality, relationship to God, universal source. Its related function would be the circadian rhythms, and it's the carotid plexus and the pineal gland. And if you can imagine like a halo or a crown on your head, that's where it would be, because it's not on top of your head, it's like right above it. And if you can, like, if you need to feel grounded, like if you're going into a crowd of people and you don't want to take on their energy, imagine like walking, if you can walk barefoot on the ground, and then imagine you're growing roots into the ground and, you know, through your feet. Like a lot of times I'll do that through the guided meditation. That can help you with being able to ward that off. And where that is connecting you to the ground and earthy things, the crown is your access to the higher states of consciousness and being open to what is beyond understanding. And it's, you know, like God and universe and interconnectedness of our spirits and things like that, like heaven. So if you can imagine like a beacon of light from your head connecting you to heaven, that would be like that, and the other is connecting you to the earth. And everything in between is a wheel of energy within itself, but it's also part of a larger wheel of energy that's controlled with our breath and our circulation. And it's actually like our spirit, our soul. So let's see what your crown chakra is showing. Okay. Well, you don't have any problem in this area either. This is your strongest one. I'm serious. I could barely hang on to it. It's definitely like crazy. I mean, good. Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay, that was amazing. Let me see. Out of curiosity, I want to kind of tap into it and see what I feel. Whoa. This is great. My hands have not tingled like that in a long time, and I just felt like, woo!
What did you do?
I just, you know, I tapped into it, and it's just, oh my gosh. Like, we had Wendy on the other night, and she, you know, like, each one of us is like a candle with our own light. She's like a beacon, a lighthouse, you know, and so are you.
Oh.
And I'm like, wow, there's two of you walking around like that. Wow. I mean, it's like the energy, I can feel it. It's making my whole self vibrate, you know, higher. It's like, holy cow, I've not experienced that before. I mean, the two of you, and it's like, I couldn't imagine standing between the two of you in a room. I mean, I would probably start to levitate. I mean, wow, that is just, that would be really interesting to imagine. I mean, I would probably feel like I was, you know, feather light. I mean, which would be nice. But, wow, okay. This is the part where I go through them quickly just to make sure that nothing skipped around to another one. You know, sometimes it'll try to do that to hang on if it was, you know, a blockage or a negative energy. But I really doubt that we're going to run into that because we didn't really run into that earlier. We just ran into, you know, some situational things in the heart. So let's check the root. Yep, this is doing what wow, okay. Yeah, wow, that's doing what the crown was doing. So the sacral is doing the same thing. Oh my goodness, girl. The solar plexus, wow, yeah, that one, yeah. I was afraid I was going to break because it was going so fast. going like if you fast forward it like really fast.
Wow.
The throat is like crazy. It's like going really well, and the third eye is doing the same. And the crown, okay, let's see here. Whoa, okay. Yeah, that one is like, it's so blurry I can't even see it. So, I mean, it's just going that fast. So,
okay.
How do you feel? Do you have any questions?
I feel kind of rejuvenated, and I feel affirmations. Like I feel like you've given me affirmations, and it makes me feel very confident. Because I'm a very I would consider myself self-deprecating. Like I doubt. I always trust my instinct, and I trust my gut, and I believe in myself. But it's hard to see. It's hard to see the power that I have because I am in this body, you know. So I'm constantly trying to be the best me, and sometimes I feel like I'm not doing that. But you have given me affirmations, and you've given me a lot of good energy, and makes me feel happy. So thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Did you ever feel like you thought everybody else could do this, so it wasn't a big deal?
Sorry?
Did you, when you realized that you have these gifts, did you feel like everybody else must have these too, so you didn't think it was a big deal?
Yeah, I guess in a way that rings true, I guess. Yeah.
I know it was like that for me, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, not everybody does this.
Yeah, for me it was more of like, for me, I just never want to. I don't know how to be boasty. I don't know how to. I'm just not that kind of person, you know. So for me, it's like I keep everything self-contained. But if you are open to it, I will like share with you what I know. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Are you? I have a question for you, Victoria. Are you surprised by anything that happened today?
Yeah, I thought I was going to be blocked in a lot of things. I thought I was going to be blocked in some chakras just because, I don't know. I always assume the worst thing. I just always assume like the worst. I don't know why. I need to work on that, but I'm really happy that it went well. It went better than I imagined. So.
Oh, Victoria, it was so great. You know what? I knew that Kelly was going to have an experience with you because isn't she so in tune? Kelly, isn't Victoria so in tuned to herself, really, her emotions for sure, because she's studying acting, and that helped her to get so fine-tuned into things. I didn't think that you would be blocked at all, and you weren't.
Yeah.
It's like
wow.
amazing.
You really needed this. You really needed this, Victoria. I'm so glad we got you at this time.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy I did this because I was scared. I've always been. I mean, even when Barbara asked me, she's like, "Do you want to do a like a psychic kind of thing?" And I said, "I don't know. I'm scared. What if they tell me something that I don't want to hear?" And then Alexandra, my sister, said, "Well, what if they tell you something that you do?" You know, like I always think I always try and protect myself because I'm really sensitive. You know, I'm really.
But now you're now more sure of yourself after going through something like this, and so now that wiped away the fear. So that's really good, and it's just like it's life experiences that you haven't had. You haven't had chakra cleanses and psychic readings, so it's like it's normal to be leery. You know, you don't want to get so disrupted in your life. You're worried about that. You care about yourself. You love yourself, and so I think the way you handle things is really, really good. So, and thank you, Kelly, so much. What a great reading, as usual. Isn't she such a healer? I mean. She's so great. She changed my life. Remember I told you I have become a better person since that first chakra healing from Kelly. It really changed my life. And, it does. It does.
Yeah.
So you'll walk away and it even keeps working. How long does it take, Kelly? Like, it keeps working, and you'll notice, like, for a week or so, differences, won't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, my growth is like daily. It's amazing. And I don't quite know why, other than I know that it's my calling. And, if people don't understand it, well, I'm sorry, but this is apparently what I'm supposed to do, And, one thing, Victoria, to help you not take on the negative things from other people is Vanessa Orr said, if you stand up, I'm not saying you have to do it right now, but if you are standing and you pretend like you're holding a zipper that zips up your feet and zips you up right up to your third eye, that way your heart is protected and everything else is protected, but then you can use your third eye for your intuition, and nothing's going to get harmed.
Sorry, I have to stand up, and what do I do?
No, you don't have to do it right now. I'm just saying, let's say you're going to go out and you're going to be around people and you don't know if there's going to be people that are, just broad or in negative energy, and you don't want to take it on. You just, pretend like you're zipping up a protective suit, or envision that that you have your white light from God inside, and that you're casting it out, protection from God, and this ball of light that you are surrounding yourself in. And you don't let people in unless you consciously want to. And you do that before you go to sleep as well, because that way you don't have any energy attacks while you're asleep.
Yeah, I should do that, because lately I've been having trouble sleeping, or I have kind of bad dreams or something. So I wake up kind of with anxiety. So I should try that.
Yeah, and, ask God to protect you. And I have black tourmaline. I have the red coral bracelet. Wendy might be making bracelets for us, so that'll be great. And
yes, I'm going to talk to her about that. And Alexandra got one, I think, a red bracelet. So tell us about the red bracelets, because I haven't even gotten mine, but I'm going to the mall today. So maybe I could get a little one until we get ours from Wendy.
Yeah.
And I have a bracelet to give
get?
you, Kelly. I have a bracelet to give you, Kelly.
Oh.
Yeah, because apparently, well, there was one of the psychics we had on was the psychic named Carmen Hera, and I called into her anniversary and I said, well, would you like a bracelet or a reading? And I said, oh, yes, bracelet. It's a numerology bracelet, and I tried it on, and couldn't fit, so I decided that I was going to give it to you when I saw you.
Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet you. I want to meet both of you.
What?
I'm so excited about that, because here we interact every day. We talk to each other. We have awesome people on. We learn things. And it's like, I can't wait for that moment to be face-to-face when it's not a screen in between us.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. But
Me too.
seriously, go ahead and, pass my number along.
Of course.
For Victoria and Alexandra, because, if they ever need to contact me, it's easier to do by text, and then I can call you if you want me to call you. Because I
nice.
get some of these marketers, that it's like, I don't always pick up the phone if somebody calls, but a text I'll know, if you tell me who it is.
Yeah, I would love to get your number.
Hey, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because I'd like to be able to help you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel you've helped me a lot already, so thank you. I'd stay in touch, because I need that.
Good. I'll be one of your biggest supporters.
Thank you.
We definitely
did you
need more
say
beautiful souls in this world. Yeah.
Okay.
What, Jonathan?
Well, I was going to ask her, obviously the next thing is she says she wants a psychic day, but I think she says she's still thinking about that, so I didn't want to put her on the spot. Just take some time to listen to I would listen to some tapes of Vanessa and Karen and then decide which one you want. And that's what I would do. Because Vanessa, Karen is more like a stewardess. She'll talk to you like she's a stewardess. And Karen will talk to you like she's a really warm doctor. You know?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And you'll hear, like, Karen talk, and then Vanessa will be like, I get a yes on that.
I love that. I love it. Oh, my gosh, it's cute. Oh, Victoria, you can listen in tomorrow because your sister is going to be on the show for her psychic reading. So we're going to have to find a quiet place. We're going to be at a fireworks event, a 4th of July big, huge event, but we're going to have to find that quiet place and do our show. So that's going to be good. So you can listen to her and see how that goes and then think about your own. We'll schedule you.
She chose to do the psychic.
No, I chose it for her.
Yeah.
I usually do that because it takes time to go and try to figure that out. So since I know you guys, I think I can choose. But if you'd like to check it out, go ahead.
This is the job that we put in Barbara's hands. Is that we have psychic days, and then I told her that she would choose a guest for those days. Because, she's the good networker of the group. So.
Yeah. Thank you. So, you can trust my choice. But they're both so great. So you're going to get a great reading, whatever one is reading you. So that should be exciting. But let this sink in for a little while. Enjoy the chakra cleanse. And then we'll get you in soon. You are welcome. And I'm going to say a prayer like I have been doing for your grandma. And we're so sorry that you're going through hurt. It's not fun at all to hurt like that for somebody you love so greatly. But I was thinking about it listening to you, and I'm like, that is so wonderful that you have that close relationship with her. I never had that with a grandma. I loved them, but they were so far away. I saw them maybe once or twice a year, but just that you've been able to have that wonderful relationship, that closeness, and I've always wondered what that would have been like, and you have it.
Yeah.
So, try to focus on that. Yeah. And I never knew that, Victoria, that you were so close with your grandma. And I think that's wonderful, really is. Yeah. And you see her quite often, and that's good that you're able to do that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. But we're so happy that you just let it all out, and you let this work for you to expect ability. Yeah. You didn't hold anything in. You just let her do her work, and it's going to do wonders for you. You'll see when you walk around for the next week or so, you'll see a lot of changes, a lot of differences. And you can then use that for your acting, which you do. You use everything for your acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Johnny?
I didn't say anything.
I thought you were trying to say something.
I thought you did.
I know. I heard something.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have burped. Sorry.
What? Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful 4th of July celebration. I hope tomorrow you all I'll be on air with Johnny and Kelly. So, but everybody have a safe and very safe, fun 4th of July, and remember what it's all about, and have a great time. I love fireworks. How about you guys?
Oh, I do too, yeah.
It's actually kind of funny. I have a nephew. He's autistic. He loves fireworks. Yeah, it's one of his things. His name's Alex. He loves fireworks. And it's sort of funny because all of my nephews, they're just they're really kind of funny kids. Like when my nephew was, I think it was like 5 or 6 or something, he idolized me because he thought all I did was sit around and play video games all day long. And he said that I've always grown up to be just like Johnny because he's lazy.
And were you just at your computer working?
Well, I was working. See, what it was is I was always working, but then I would stop working when he came over. So he thought all I did was play video games. And it was so funny. Another thing, this is another cute thing. Another time he was talking to me because it was like I used to stay in the house when my parents were in Florida. And he goes, okay, I have a question for you. When your parents are away at the beach and it's time for dinner, and you're like, dinner, I need my dinner, it's time for my dinner, where's my dinner? And they're not there, what happens then?
It's funny.
He didn't know I got my own food. So he thought that I starved. And that
is so funny how he thinks. You always have fun stories about him. He sounds so sweet.
Yeah.
Kelly's talked to Brian before.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't realize who he was. I mean, he sounds like anybody else.
Cool.
What's funny
is
that it's possible. You know, I mean, it's possible. We talked about it. I mean, I think that what's funny about him is that he just, I mean, you know, I think everybody in my family is sort of like said, like what I told, I think what I like about the show is that people are talking about it. They're telling their friends, you know.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the key to it, you know. I mean, like, I think everybody on here now, at least, you know, is always going to make the effort to try to tell people about it. You know.
Oh yeah, because it changes them. It
sense?
affects them. They want to share. They want to share it because it is something incredible.
Yeah. And like the community that
share it, Victoria. Share it with all of your actor friends, and if it could help anybody, you know, send them our way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you know anybody, Victoria?
Yeah, my friend Stella is very spiritual, and I feel like she'd be all for it. So I can talk to her. And she knows that I'm doing it today, so I'll mention.
Oh, very good.
Cool. And you know what? They all can listen to your show. They can listen to your show, even though it's, you know, we put it up on our Life, Laughter, Happiness on Blog Talk Radio, but we'll send you the link. It's the same link that you had for this show, and we can pass that around if they want to listen to it. And also your grandma. Well, give it to her to listen to.
Yeah.
Oh, she needs to hear that for sure.
Yeah.
Can you give it to your dad's mom? Can you give it to your dad's mom? I thought she might like it.
Oh, yeah,
Arlene,
for sure.
That would be cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But your grandma her heart will warm so much from listening to this, and it'll touch her so greatly.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah. So you just copy and paste the link, send it to her cell phone, and she can listen to it right away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right.
Yeah.
What a great
we
show,
definitely got
guys.
born in the right time with technology.
That's right. Yeah, you did. You were born at the right time.
Thank you all so much.
You are welcome.
You are so welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for coming on. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Everybody have a great night.
Thanks, you too.